Hello everyone, welcome to the end of week 3 and you have approximately 2 more weeks before your first assignment is due. So I hope you're starting to get a feeling on the difference between traditional and non-traditional theories and the idea that we've moved away a little bit from this concept that only the nation state counts as an actor and is some sort of single entity that decides on how we approach security issues, how we define what a security issue is, and how we might look at solving problems related to security. Now, I don't want you to think for a moment that this means theories such as realism are no longer valid. We see a lot of talk about the nation state still, particularly with Trump-style politics at the moment, even picking a fight at the moment with the European Union over trade. So we see this idea that, the US is becoming a little bit more inwards-looking and has stopped championing this idea of international order. So the nation state certainly reigns supreme, and anywhere where there's geopolitical issues, where there's posturing for position, even the US and China in the South China Sea, for example, the way the US and North Korea have approached nuclear issues. So wherever we see these sorts of traditional defense issues and other actors are completely out of the picture, we just really understand actors as the national actor, the US or North Korea, then you tend to find a realist perspective. So it's not that you can't take other perspectives, you can, and certainly I put a podcast in on week 1 or 2, I think it was, where there were different ways actually to approach the issue of North Korea, looking at leaders, for example. So this is starting to get into what you call a more critical approach to security theory. So critical means we are questioning the underlying assumptions. Certainly the state is still relevant, but power is often dispersed, so it might be amidst a range of actors and decision makers. You even look at the Palestine and the Israel issue. So you can look at this as an issue between two nations, but also you can start to look at different groups. Fundamentalists, Arab groups, there's the PLO, for example, there's Fatwa. So, there's lots of different groups. So this idea that power is actually dispersed. And as of next week and the week after, we're going to start to get into some of the more, some of the nuances, what different names of different types of theories are, what it is that they're critiquing, how they look at different types of security issues, how they look at different types of actors, and start to ask questions like, well, whose security is it that we're talking about? What does security mean? Does it impact the individual or only the state? So we're going to get into some of those sorts of topics. So like I said, for now, weeks 1 to 4 are really critical in terms of looking at assignment number 1, the development of theory. If you haven't had a chance, have a look at the recording. I've certainly put it on emails to everybody, as well as on discussion posts and also in the assignment 1 Q&A thread. So that's where you find the link to the recording. There were some technical issues that have been on Canvas actually during this teaching period in general. I was locked out as a moderator, which means I couldn't put up the slides I wanted to put up. However, all I was doing was following the assignment 1 instruction sheet. So if you simply print that off yourself or refer to it on screen while you're listening to the recording, everything will make hopefully infinite amounts of sense. Thank you, everybody. I hope you're enjoying the course so far and not letting theory baffle you. I've certainly put up a number of posts trying to help demystify it. And, I look forward to hearing from you on discussion posts. It's going a little bit quiet in week 3. Hope to see you on there in weeks 4.